Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Nellie. Nellie loved her garden, full of flowers of every color, and the old apple tree that stood at its center. One day, as she wandered around the garden, she noticed something by the roots of the apple tree. It was a smooth, gray, egg-shaped stone. It looked completely ordinary. "Hello, little stone," said Nellie softly. "You are so smooth and quiet. I will take you with me." She slipped it gently into the pocket of her pinafore. That evening, when Nellie was fast asleep in her bed and the moonlight poured through the window, something magical happened. The ordinary gray stone on her nightstand began to glow softly. It shone with a silvery light that pulsed slowly like a tiny heart. The light woke Nellie. She rubbed her eyes and stared at the stone. "You are glowing!" she exclaimed in wonder. The stone tinkled gently like a tiny bell. "Hello, keeper. You can talk?" asked Nellie, reaching out carefully. The stone felt pleasantly warm in her hand. "I can whisper," replied the stone. "I have been sleeping for a very long time, but you woke me. You chose me as a friend, and now I must show you a secret." "What secret?" asked Nellie eagerly. "The secret that this old tree is hiding," whispered the stone, "but you must wait for the morning." The next morning, Nellie jumped out of bed. The stone in her pocket felt wonderfully warm. After breakfast, she ran into the garden. The stone grew warmer as she walked toward the old apple tree. "It's like a warmness compass," laughed Nellie. She stood in front of the big twisty tree and looked all around the trunk. She saw nothing at all. "Where is the secret, little stone?" she asked. Just then, the stone pulsed strongly in her pocket. Right where she was looking, on the bark of the tree, the air began to shimmer. From the shimmer, a small, round wooden door appeared. It had a tiny golden handle and a keyhole shaped like an acorn. "A door!" gasped Nellie. She tried the little handle. It was locked. "It's locked. How do we open it?" "This lock does not need a metal key," whispered the stone. "It needs a kindness key. What kindness can you do for this door?" Nellie thought very hard. How can you be kind to a door? Then she had an idea. "If I were a new door," she said, "I would want to feel pretty and welcome." She gathered the softest green moss and made a little carpet for the doorstep. She picked the brightest daisies and wove a tiny chain to hang above the door like a crown. She found a beautiful blue feather and placed it gently beside the door frame. As she placed the feather, there was a loud, happy click. The acorn keyhole shone with bright golden light. The little door swung silently inward. Nellie knelt down and peeked inside. What she saw took her breath away. It was not a dark tree trunk. It was a sunlit path leading into the most wonderful forest she had ever seen. The grass glowed green. Giant, colorful flowers nodded their heads. Tiny, sparkling lights danced in the air. "Welcome, Keeper Nellie," whispered the stone, glowing brightly in her hand. "Welcome to the Glimmer Wood. It's beautiful," said Nellie, her eyes wide with wonder. "Who lives here?" "Many kind creatures live here," whispered the stone. "But you must help me protect them. You must protect them from the Grumblegrey." "Who is the Grumblegrey?" asked Nellie. "The Grumblegrey is a creature that hates color and laughter," said the stone, its light dimming a little. "It wants everything to be quiet, gray, and still. It wants to close this door forever." Nellie held the stone tightly. She looked at the beautiful Glimmer Wood, then back at her own garden. "I will not let it," said Nellie firmly. "I will be a good keeper. I will protect this secret." And with a brave heart, little Nellie put one foot onto the soft green path of the Glimmer Wood. Her great adventure had just begun. Nellie stepped onto the soft green path. The air smelled of sweet berries and rainbows. A butterfly with stained glass wings landed on her shoulder. "Hello, Keeper," it fluttered. "We have been waiting for you." Nellie followed it to a clearing of blink blooms. The flowers shimmered pink, blue, and gold. "Welcome, Keeper Nellie," they chimed. Nellie laughed. "They are beautiful," the stone whispered. "Your kindness warms them like sunshine." Suddenly, the air grew cold. A gray patch appeared. The blink bloom's song faltered. One small pink flower sighed, turning pale. "The Grumblegrey is near," whispered the stone. A short, lumpy creature appeared, gray as dust. Where it walked, the grass faded. It muttered, "Too much color, too much noise. Better to be gray." It reached for the fading flower. "No!" shouted Nellie, stepping forward. She tied a bright yellow ribbon around the flower. The flower brightened slightly. The grayness paused. The Grumblegrey tried to take the stone. Nellie raised it high. Warm light spread, shrinking the gray patch. The blink blooms glowed brighter. Confused and overwhelmed, the Grumblegrey shuffled away into the shadows. For days, Nellie returned to the Glimmer Wood, bringing gifts from her world. Buttons for sparkle frogs, wool for caterpillar weavers. Each gift held back the gray. But the Grumblegrey grew clever, whispering doubts. One afternoon, the stone in her pocket went cold. "The Keeper's gift must come from your heart," it whispered. The next day, the Grumblegrey poured gray fog into the crystal spring. The water grew still, the song fading. Nellie stepped forward. "I have a gift for you," she said. It is a story. She told of the first stone she ever found, of loneliness, of friendship, and of the hidden door. A silver tear fell on the stone. It glowed golden, spreading light through the fog. The gray faded, the spring sang again, carrying her memory. The Grumblegrey softened, its sadness easing. "You were lonely first," it said, "and you shared your quiet. You can have peace with a friend." The stone floated to the Grumblegrey, leaving a golden acorn mark. "You are the guardian of the threshold now," said Nellie. "You will help protect the door." Nellie returned home. The little round door remained. The whispering stone glowed silver or gold. It reminded her that the greatest magic is turning loneliness into friendship and sharing your story.